Steve does know how to close a deal, doesn't he? Well, thank you for that introduction here. Move this away a little bit. Can anybody hear me? Hear me in the back of the room? I really have to ask that question before every time I give a presentation, because it wasn't too long ago I was giving a speech and I noticed there was some sort of disturbance in the back of the room, so I stopped my remarks and asked if there was a problem. And a gentleman in the back of the room stood up and said that he had not heard a single word I said for the last 20 minutes, and immediately 5 people from the front of the room got up and moved to the back of the room. So I don't know what that was all about. But well, I've been in this field in economic development for 20 years, and I have never seen a greater transformation of a community as I have seen in Walla Walla. I mean, it is absolutely incredible what has taken place over the last decade here, and there's a buzz in the air that's taken place. And I think that buzz that we hear pretty much is about economic development. You have 3 very highly regarded, very well-regarded, highly respected institutions of higher learning. These are institutions that are not only teaching and training, but they're teaching and training for jobs for the next generation, things like in engineering and nursing. You have the Agricultural Center of Excellence here, which helps promote the $38 billion industry that we have in Washington. We also have a number of great corporate headquarters here. You have a number of other individual great companies here, like Raylex, which exports 12 million pounds of Northwest produce to the East Coast every single week. You've got Key Technology, which we heard from this morning. Key Technology, which is started out in a little shed in about 1948, if I'm not mistaken, and they currently have annual sales of about $100 million over 6 continents. You have Martin Archery here, a great little company that's been 3-generation company here. It holds 25 patents, probably will be here for another 3 generations as well. You've got Nelson Irrigation, another speaker this morning that was here. 155 employees in the region. Great export activity that are taking place. They hold 75 patents in their name. You have also a great Main Street program here. It's designated as a downtown, as a Main Street. Your downtown is designated as a Main Street. Main Street designation means that you're unique, you're vibrant, you're a very diverse type community. You have your Downtown Foundation here, which helps promote tourism, another really important industry here. They produce Macy's Parade of Lights. You've got the Feast of Walla Walla. You've got Downtown Sounds. You have also, you just set the standard when it comes to winemaking here, not just in the Northwest, but also in the country. Your wine just got invited to the White House. I've never been invited to the White House, but you could not imagine a better marketing ploy than getting your wine sent to the White House and then having it in every newspaper when they talk about the meals, about what they have. We have a great deal of economic development here. You also have a port district that's invested about $8 million in the community. And by the way, just as a side note, you also just recently won the Governor's Best Practice Award for your water and environmental center. In fact, Steve Van Osdale and Jim Peterson, let's give them a round of applause for the work that they have done in that as well. People are talking about economic development. People are reading about economic development that is taking place in Walla Walla. As a matter of fact, I was in my hotel room last night, and I was having trouble sleeping, so I did what most people do when they have trouble sleeping, is they pick up a book, hope that it'll make them drowsy, they'll be able to go to sleep after that. Well, unfortunately, I didn't have a book with me, so I looked around the room and I saw this dresser, and I went over to the dresser, I opened it up, and there was a book. So I took the book out, I sat down, I opened up the book, and the first words that I read were, "And in the beginning, the earth was without form. It was void and filled with darkness." I went, ooh, this is going to be a really good book, a mystery of some kind. I don't really know the name of the book. It was about that thick. I knew I wasn't going to be able to finish it. So I go to the very back of the book because that's what you do with mysteries. You go to the very back of the book. So I go to the very back of the book, and the first words that I read there are, "And from that void and from that darkness came prosperity." And I thought to myself, this is amazing. Even in your hotel rooms, you have books about economic development that's taking place in Walla Walla. That's just wonderful.